Hi, welcome back. Sophie here, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a 20-minute restorative practice. If you're following along with our challenge, this is day 15. It's called Cuddle Up and Cocoon, and this one's all in the name. It's going to be a cozy, cuddly practice, so feel free to throw on your pajamas, grab your pillow, grab anything you think you need to support your practice. Now, if you're following along with the playlist, we're going to hit play together in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to begin our practice today by seated cross-legged. So finding perhaps your cushion, your bolster, bringing it underneath those hips, giving yourself a little bit of extra support here. Removing the squishy parts of our bottom so we can reach down through our sit bones. Together we roll the shoulders up, back and down as we begin our practice with a deep clearing breath. Inhaling through the nose. And audibly exhale. Just using these first few moments to arrive, to really notice how you're feeling today. And throughout our practice, I offer you to work with the intention of acceptance. Accepting that sometimes we need to slow down, to rest. And that's absolutely okay. So throughout our flow today, I invite you to accept what your body needs in each and every moment. And we're going to begin our practice with golden thread breath. This is a beautiful breath practice I love to incorporate into my classes to really help to activate that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest. So closing down the eyes. Together we're going to take a deep inhale through the nose. We're then going to lick our lips, make a small hole as if we're blowing through a straw. On your exhale, blow that air out as softly as you can, taking an elongated exhale. Visualizing that exhale as a golden thread floating across the room. Perhaps out of the window and over the houses, the treetops around you. Inhale through the nose, feel a big ball of light growing inside the body. And then exhale as if you're blowing through a straw. Visualize that golden thread. Two more times, inhaling here, visualizing that big ball of glowing golden light as we inhale. And then exhale as if you're blowing through a straw. Visualize that lovely golden thread falling out of your lips. Trickling across the room, maybe out of the window again, over the treetops that surround you. One more time, we inhale. And exhale. Fluttering open the eyes now. Just bring your breath to your regular rhythm. We're going to slide that pillow back off from underneath those hips. Just place it gently to one side. We're going to bring the hands behind the glutes. Bring the feet hips distance here and just begin to windshield wipe the knees from left to right. So just softly feeling into those hips. We're then going to windshield to the right for 1, to the left for 2. And back to the right for 3. This time find a deer pose. So it's a 90-90 with those legs. You can bring your pillow over to the right hand side. On your exhale, you're just going to fold softly over that pillow, coming down onto the forearms. So it's a lovely deep and restorative stretch into those hips. And if like me, you're feeling a little tight today, maybe you actually want to stay up on those hands. So selecting those modifications, those options that suit your body best. As we allow the head to fall softly towards the earth. Allowing any unwanted thoughts, anything that doesn't serve you today, fall out of the crown of the head. 2 more breaths here. Three more breaths here. Breathing space into the hips. Trying to soften a little further with every exhale. Final inhale here. On your exhale, pad the hands up towards the body. We're just going to squeeze those knees in, wrap your arms around, give yourself a nice big hug. So as if you're curling yourself, cocooning yourself into a tiny little ball here, giving yourself love and affection. Accepting exactly how your body moves, what it's capable of. Maybe rock a little from left to right, just massaging onto those glutes. We're here for one more inhale. Exhale, release the bind. Take the hands behind the glutes again, feet hips distance. We're going to take the legs to the left. Exhale to the right. Final time to the left. This time come into that 90-90, that deer posture. Maybe bringing your pillow over to the left-hand side. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, either staying up on those hands if that's enough for you, or maybe lowering down onto those forearms. Allowing the crown of the head to soften towards the earth here as you let everything go. And we're going to be here for a fair few moments here, so really making sure we find a place we can comfortably breathe for a few moments. Trying to remain present in the moment. Perhaps noticing how this side might feel a little bit different. Three more breaths here. Final inhale. On your exhale, patting the hands back towards the body, slide those legs back out ahead of you. Squeezing everything into a tight little ball. Wrap your arms around those legs. Give yourself a nice big hug, maybe tuck chin towards the chest here. And again, I like to rock a little from side to side, just massaging those glutes. Once again, finding that love and acceptance for yourself. When you're ready, we're going to release those binds. Take the knees as wide as your mat. Untuck the toes. Sit the bottom back to the heels and stretch those arms forward. Come into a child's pose. And as you arrive here, maybe rolling the forehead from left to right. Once allowing, maybe rolling that forehead from left to right. Giving yourself that gentle head massage. Once again, allowing any unwanted thoughts to fall out of the crown of the head. Allow them to be absorbed by the unmoving ground beneath you. When you're ready, we're going to gaze forward, pat our hands over to the right hand side, left hand on top of right as we inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, soften the crown of the head through the hole you've made in those arms, so through that lovely big diamond shape. Feeling the lateral extension down the left side of the body. All those spaces between the rib cage, the intercostal muscles expand. Final inhale here. On your exhale, pad your hands softly through the center. Maybe give those hips a little wiggle. Reset the spine. And then coming over to the opposite side, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, pad the hands over to the left. This time, right hand on top of left as we inhale, look forward, elongate through the spine. Exhale, soften the crown of the head through the hole you've made in those arms. Again, feeling that lovely lateral extension down the side of the body. Breathing deeply here as you really use your breath to create space. Final inhale. On your exhale, pat those hands through center. Give those hips a little wiggle again. Reset the spine. We're then going to slide our hands underneath the shoulders. Rock up to a tabletop position. Take one little cat-cow to reset the spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, tuck chin towards the chest. This time we're going to tuck the toes. Float that tailbone nice and high. Come into our first downward facing dog. So an invitation to really pedal out through those feet here. Bend those knees as much as you like to facilitate that chest-thigh connection. Spreading those fingers nice and wide as you root the heels down towards the earth. Breathing here for 3 breaths. Feeling that delicious opening down the back of the legs, through the shoulders. Maybe you shake the head yes and no. On your next inhale, we're going to rise that right leg high towards the sky. On your exhale, draw the right knee to the back of the right wrist. Gently place that calf down. Shuffle left toes towards the back of the mat. We're coming into our pigeon. Inhale, we lift and lengthen, grow a little taller. Exhale, maybe slide that pillow towards you. Give it a little cuddle as you lower down onto those forearms, maybe even onto the belly. Again, allowing everything to soften and release towards the ground here. Trying to use your breath to release any unwanted tension. We're here for 2 more. Final inhale. On your exhale, you're going to pat the hands towards the body. Sit down onto that right glute. Sweep the left leg all the way around. We're coming to a Janusirsasana. So right foot inside left calf or thigh. Again, you can have that pillow head in front of you. Flexing left toes towards the face. Together we inhale, lift and lengthen, rise those arms high towards the sky. On your exhale, come to find a forward fold. So if you need a little bit more support here, you can always place that pillow on top of the leg, giving yourself something to rest the head on here. And again, not worrying about how far you go down. Maybe this is super restorative for you. And you just allow the head to hang heavy. Two more breaths here. Making this forward fold as active or as passive as you need. Reminding yourself that this flow is all about acceptance, so accepting exactly what your body needs today. Final inhale. On your exhale, ripple up through the spine, place the pillow to the center of the mat. Right hand outside right glute. Press down to lift up. Baby wild thing. Just take a minute to open out through the chest. Press the hips forward. Open through that heart center. And then exhale, sit the bottom down. Tuck that left leg in. Roll over the knees. Again, maybe shuffling your pillow away as we place the hands on the earth. And step back to a downward facing dog. Wiggling that tailbone from left to right, releasing any sighs, any yawns, any clearing breaths. Left side we go. Inhale, left leg rises high. On your exhale, draw your left knee to the back of the left wrist. Gently place that calf down. Shuffle right toes towards the back of the mat. Together we inhale, lift and lengthen. Neck is long. And then on your exhale, bring that pillow in. Let's give it a big cuddle as you lower down onto the forearms or all the way onto the chest, the belly. Feeling that lovely opening through the glutes. As you let everything go here. And an invitation to come back to that golden thread breath at any moment. Using it as an opportunity to help you remain present in this moment. Two more breaths. Final inhale. On your exhale, patting the hands up towards the body, we're going to sit down onto that left glute. Sweep that right leg around, flexing right toes towards the face. That left foot is inside the right thigh or calf. Remembering you can slide that cushion in to give you a bit of extra support here. We're going to inhale, lift and lengthen and grow a little bit taller. And then exhale, forward fold. Softening and releasing here for 2 more breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, ripple up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. This time left hand outside the left glute. Press down to lift up. Baby wild thing, rise up onto that left knee. Press the hips forward. Open through the heart center. And then we're going to sit that bottom down, move the pillow out the way, tuck that right leg in, roll over the knees. Come to find our last downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, can you melt those heels a little closer towards the earth? On your next inhale, gaze forward. End of the exhale, take as many teeny tiny steps to come to find a seated position at the top of our mat. We're going to bring one hand to each knee, shuffle the bottom forward a little. Inhale to lift and lengthen, open through that heart space. Visualizing that golden ball of light as we inhale. And then making that small hole in the lips, releasing that golden thread as we lower down for the count. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering all the way down onto our back. Take hold of opposite elbows as you windscreen wipe those legs from left to right. We're then going to draw our knees together. Rise them up above our hips and just rock onto the right hand side. So imagine you're coming into a fetal position here, curling into a little ball, head is resting on the earth. We're going to extend that right arm out in front of us and then place the left hand on top of the right. So almost like you're making an arrow shape with those arms, knees tucked in. Inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to draw a nice big circle with that left hand, sweeping it upwards along the floor, all the way up and over your head. And then peel open out into a supine twist. So legs are over to the right hand side, left arm open to the left hand side. And if you want to take this a little further, right hand to that left knee and gaze over to that left hand. Feel that lovely rotation through the center of the spine. So this movement I like to think of as a little cocoon opening, growing its wings. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final inhale. On your exhale, draw those knees up and into center. Maybe give everything a little cuddle, a little squeeze. And then exhale to release. This time we're rocking onto the left-hand side, coming into that little fetal position. Left arm extended, right hand on top of left hand. So we're making that arrow shape with the arms. Inhale to prepare here. Exhale, sweep that right hand along the floor, all the way up and over the head as you peel open the chest, coming to find that reclined twist. And I sometimes find it helpful here to just lift my shoulders up a little, shuffle them along the floor so you can really press down into the earth. Left hand finds that right thigh, maybe gazing over to that right hand, intensifying that rotation through the center of the spine here. Deep breath, we inhale. Exhale to soften. Final breath here, we inhale. And then exhale, draw those knees back into center, squeeze everything as tightly as you can. Wrap your arms around those legs. Maybe rock a little from side to side, massage the lower spine. And then on our exhale, we're going to let everything go in a nice big star shape. So taking up as much room as you like here, separating those legs, those arms, allowing your body to be supported by the earth as we arrive in our final and our most important posture of our practice, our closing relaxation. And feel free to grab your blankie or pillow here. Get cozy, get cuddly. Finding any position that makes you feel as comfortable as possible. And if you have some extra time today, perhaps pausing me now, enjoying those sensations of stillness, of light and of ease as you continue your Shavasana. Or if you're coming with me, we're going to softly wiggle our fingers, our toes, bringing some subtle awareness and movement back into the body. And then extending from the fingertips all the way down to the toes, take a full body stretch here. Eventually we tuck those knees in towards our chest, come to find one final little hug here, one final little cocoon, before we curl onto whichever side feels most comfortable and appropriate for you. Eventually we'll come to meet in a seated position at the top of our mat. Closing our practice the way we began, with a clearing and collective breath. Together we inhale, rise those arms high towards the sky, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lightly touch the palms, draw everything into Anjali Mudra, heart center. Coming back to that intention of acceptance, knowing that it's always okay to rest and slow down. Succumbing to that softness when we need it. Together we rise thumbs to our third eye, bow chin towards our chest, always in gratitude and always in peace. As always, thank you so, so much for letting me guide you today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.